So we have the Royal Borough Observer taking the time to speak to, on my left, Dan Woods, the head of football at Windsor Boys School, and on my right, the team coach, Rob Jeffries. Guys, congratulations on winning the National School Cup final. You did it up in Manchester on Monday. Well, what are your immediate thoughts and reactions and emotions that you were going through when that winning penalty went in?
Oh, it was unbelievable. We had a 2-goal lead going into the 2 penalties left, and unfortunately one of our boys missed the 4th penalty, but then Captain Brad Birchmore stepped up for the 5th one, slotted in the corner, and the players and the crowd went wild. Little pitch invasion and lots of emotions, few tears from the boys. Just an unbelievable experience.
I know that lots of hard work to get to the final, and the emotions sort of spilled over then when Brad sealed the winning spot kick.
Yeah, definitely. It's been nerves since probably about the quarter-final when we actually thought maybe this could be our year and we could do it. And yeah, all the emotion was released when that penalty hit the back of the net.
What were your thoughts on the performance over the 90 minutes? Obviously, the game finished 1-1 at that point.
Yeah, I thought the game was really well contested, with Windsor having the majority of the possession. Looking back on the video yesterday, we had many a chance which could have gone in and put us ahead in the game, but I thought Cardinal Hume put up a really good fight, and Louis Maggs was outstanding and really unlucky not to make us in the lead in kind of the 80 minutes.
Do you think a 1-1 draw was a fair result, or do you think you could have nicked it in normal time?
I think we could have nicked it, but Cardinal Hume did. Their goalkeeper was fantastic, and he won the man of the match award at the end of the game. So yeah. And
what were you feeling going to penalty kicks? Obviously, it's a bit of a lottery, and anybody win. What was the message to the players at that time?
It was who would like to take one, same as our semi-final, because it was the same route, and I'm really pleased that the boys stood up and took the penalties and did a really good job of it. Were
they confident standing up, or was there anyone sort of a bit nervous, or were you sort of thinking what you getting from them at that point?
We actually was really pleasantly surprised. We had probably 7 or 8 boys that volunteered, so we were really confident, especially with Brad, our kind of talisman, taking the last penalty. We're very confident with him.
And obviously you put your faith in him, and he delivered, and the team is now history makers, the first side from the Windsor Boys School to go on and win this competition.
Yeah, it's amazing what they've done. We got to the semi-final in 2000, and since then we've always had a strong football sides going through and usually hitting into the last 64 and 32, but we've always seemed to have hit a brick wall. But this year, as I said, when we hit that quarter-final win, we started to really believe in ourselves. We haven't really played a side this year that we thought we didn't deserve to get through, or we shouldn't have beaten. So the boys have just been amazing.
Honestly, it wasn't just the final for yourselves and the team. You made a weekend of it of Manchester. Tell us a little bit about what you got up to.
Oh, it was a real great effort. The boys did some fundraising. The parents all contributed. Some local businesses, LA Micro, our sponsor, and Jo Lane, our business lady here, sorted some money out for us and gave us some funds to go up there. So we went the day before, had a great tour around the Etihad Stadium. The boys really soaked up the atmosphere from there. The pitch was right next to the Etihad as well. We then went to the National Football History Museum, where the boys got a chance to take some penalties against a virtual keeper. It was good practice for the final, it turned out, and the 1966 trophy was there, so they really took some inspiration from there. Just some real good team building, out for dinner, stayed overnight in a local hotel, and then in the morning off for the final.
Fantastic. And obviously you were very well supported both on the day and on social media. I don't know if you saw those messages of support from the likes of Jack Stacey and the one and only John Terry as well.
Yeah, and we also had one from Gary Cahill. We a few people in the School of Connections outside, so pulled in a few favours. And the boys' faces when they saw those messages was amazing. So the support when we went up there, I mean, we only had 50 fans there, 350, and it was clear to everyone who's the loudest support was our boys, and the parents that were up there were absolutely amazing, singing songs for the boys. The support was incredible, and the team soaked that in and used that inspiration. They were like our 12th man and really helped us to keep it going all the way through the 80 minutes.
And can you tell us a little bit about your routes to the finals? Is there a lot of hard work put in and a lot of drama as well in the earlier rounds?
Yeah, we had some very tough results, tough games in the first few rounds where we were quite close. We kind of negotiated our way through those ones, and then we kind of really picked up the pace round 5, where we had a game in Fulham where we won 7-1, so we really picked up our game, And then from the from the quarterfinals, really, where we had a game in Oxford, we played there and really strong. And their coach congratulated us after the game and said, you've got a really good chance in going the distance here. And that's when we really started to believe, upped our training and our kind of tactics, and the boys, you could see it in their eyes starting to come through. And then from there on, it was just one route to the final. And then on the day, the boys did the job.
How have the boys sort of bonded together and sort of listened to your message, listened to your game plan, and sort of progressed on through the rounds?
They've been really good. Everything we've said to them, they've kind of taken on board. They've listened really closely. The tactics and techniques, they've gone away. They've thought about it, and you can see them gel as a team together and really grown over this kind of year's experience. And we're really grateful for them for doing that process.
What about your opposition? Obviously, you beat Cardinal Hume in the final. Do you believe that they were the best side you come up against, or do you think that you played and had to beat better in the earlier rounds?
They were a different side to what we faced before. They looked to try and turn our defence a lot. It's something we're quite strong at the back. We've got a couple of guys with some real good pace and some great tactical knowledge. Our keeper's always quick off his line, so it's something that we defended really well. Other sides, we had probably different kind of game against different tactics they use that causes a few more problems. Just on the day that we managed to counteract what Cardinal Hume were throwing at us.
Obviously, you returned on Tuesday to a whole school assembly here at Windsor Boys. How did that make yourself and the boys feel?
Oh, that was amazing. The head gave a great speech, put the clips of the game up on the big screen, and then it was a standing ovation from the whole school. It's really brought a buzz around the school. Everyone's still talking about it. Even boys not involved in football have got a smile on their face and they want to know all about it. The trophy's been passed around. Big pats on the back for everyone involved. So it's absolutely amazing.
And obviously, these young players are now role models within the school to the younger generations, kind of the younger year groups who maybe want to try and match their success in years to come.
Definitely. The year 10s are very strong. They're in a district semi-final and the county cup final that will be in next Tuesday at Thatcham. The year 9s are just finding their feet in the school, but there's so much potential with them as well. A lot of the year 9, there was 8 of them. Parents actually drove them to Manchester so they could come and be part of the atmosphere there. And we saw in a lesson yesterday, the year 9s were put into a football game and they were in their teams at the end of the lesson. And as they were sorting out positions, it wasn't you play left back, you play right back. It's you're going to be Zico, you're going to be Magsy, you're going to be Fordo. Looking up to the year 11s as many people have done when they were younger, looking at the professionals, wanting to be them.
And what about this current year 11 side, obviously now national school champions? Do you believe that any of them could have gone big futures, or could we possibly see that the next professional coming out of Windsor Boys school in this side?
I don't like to jinx anything, but I definitely think the performance of the majority of the lads up there would be worthy of a phone call or a chat with a professional club, and their ability would go many miles to contribute towards their success in the future. Yeah, definitely.
Well, Dan, Rob, and all the players, congratulations on winning the National Schools Cup final with the Windsor Boys School.
Lovely, thanks.
Thank you very much.